All right, so the New Orleans Saints have a chance to win a game that a lot of league critics viewed as unwinnable when the schedule first came out. When they put the schedule out back around like May, I believe, and it was Derek Carr could be possibly retiring. Well, he did retire. A lot of people viewed this game as an automatic L, and it still might be that way. But a lot of things have swung to the Saints' favor of them winning this game. And that's because the 49ers are going into this matchup without their top contributors, George Kittle, Brock Purdy, Brandon Ayuk. Maybe that's a chance that Trent Williams, offensive tackle, all pro standout, he may not play as well. Juwan Jennings might be good to go. We'll see. But this could be the game where the Saints could build momentum. And this is it right here. Cause you get a win, you still won this Sunday in the Dome. You go on the road to Seattle. Seattle's not looking too great, in my opinion. I wasn't impressed by what I saw last week against the 49ers. And the 49ers were giving that game away. Brock Purdy had two interceptions. They still couldn't take advantage of that. And the time is now for the Saints to really build some momentum. And who knows what this could turn out to be, you know? But let's look at this 49ers real quick. Scott report on the San Francisco 49ers, right? 1-0 on the season. Coming off a tough a tough week one victory on the road against the Seattle Seahawks, who is also a division opponent, a division rival. It wasn't a pretty game. Wasn't a pretty game at all. It was all about the defense, but Seattle got it done late in the fourth quarter. With a minute and 44 seconds left in the fourth, Brock Purdy connected with tight end Jake Tongs, I believe, on a game sealing touchdown pass to go up 17-13 over the Seattle Seahawks, and that won the game. Seahawks got the ball back, couldn't do nothing with it. San Francisco move on to be 1-0. Seattle is 0-1 Start the season. But this game, this game, it came with a cost though for the 49ers. George Kittle could not go back into the game. Juwan Jennings was out. Brock Purdy, we all know about his injury, turf toe and a shoulder injury to his non-throwing shoulder. So Purdy could be out for 2 to 5 weeks. They already put George Kittle on IR, and Trent Williams could be on that list as well. But we'll see how it all play out. So, with that being said, the 49ers will be turning to Mac Jones to be their starting quarterback. Now, Jones is a former first round pick, defended former national champion at University of Alabama, played with the New England Patriots under Bill Belichick, had a brief stint with the Jacksonville Jaguars last season, and now he's with the San Francisco 49ers. So a lot of a while back, a lot of league insiders had stated that the 49ers and Kyle Shanahan really coveted Mac Jones at the time in the draft. And that was the guy that they really wanted to go out and get. But they had a change of heart and decided to take Trey Lance. And Lance is no longer with the team, but Mac Jones, he's with the team. Now, we should all know that this pairing between Mac Jones and Kyle Shanahan is only temporary. This is a temporary fix. You know, you signed Brock Purdy is your guy going forward. When he comes back, he will be the starting QB, regardless of what happened, in my opinion. But this is an opportunity for Mac Jones to showcase his skills under Kyle Shanahan, who has shown in the past that he knows how to develop quarterbacks. And he can flip this. Mac Jones can flip this into an opportunity to where another team notices it and try to sign him to a deal, and he becomes a starter again. So this is key for Mac Jones. Now, what's intriguing about this 49er team, this current 49er team, is that it's still a really good football team. It's still formidable, despite losing some really good players. They lost a lot of talent in the offseason. They're losing some talent right now because of injuries, but it's still a really good football team. The defense is still stout. You still got Fred Warner. You got Nick Bosa. Offense, you're getting a little thin right now because you don't have Brandon Ayuk, you don't have George Kittle, Trent Williams banged up. McCaffrey's still McCaffrey, but he may not be 100%. But your defense, I think your defense is that good that it could carry them to a low scoring victory over the Saints. You know? But, because their defense is what caused them to win that game last week, where they forced a fumble against Seattle, got the ball back, and pretty much won that game due to I believe it was Nick Bosa that forced the fumble on Sam Darnold. But if Juwan Jennings can't go in this game, I expect that the 49ers offense, to shift their attention toward making Ricky Purcell, second-year wide receiver out of Florida, to be the top passing option for San Francisco. However, though, on defense, like I said this in the previous video, I expect Robert Saleh, the 49ers defensive coordinator, to have the same game plan as Arizona head coach Jonathan Gannon had, where he took away the deep play ability of Rashid Shaheed and Chris Olave, and reduced the Saints to getting it done with a short to intermediate passing game. Reduce them down to check downs. Take away anything down the field. For real. That's what's gonna happen, man. They're not gonna let Solid's not gonna let the Saints beat them deep. Especially with your issues at quarterback right now. And your team is depleted on offense to a certain extent. They're not gonna let the Saints try to get out there and boat race them. I really don't. So we'll see how it all play out. In regards to the key matchups to watch, Christian McCaffrey, number one, first key matchup to watch in this game is Christian McCaffrey versus the Saints front seven. Because you got Brock Purdy sideline, George Kittle sideline, Brandon Ayuk sideline. This offense is going to lean heavily on Christian McCaffrey in this matchup. It really is. It's going to lean heavily on Christian McCaffrey to get it done, because he remains one of the NFL's most dangerous all-purpose running backs. And he is capable of tilting a game with, chunk plays, both on the ground and through the air. He can get it done. But so the Saints defense, the run defense, led by Devon Gacho and Demario Davis, they must prevent McCaffrey from dictating the tempo of this matchup. Because if he can consistently find space, open space in this matchup, it will take a lot of pressure off of Mac Jones and open up the passing game for the 49ers right now because it's limited. It's a limited passing game right now. You know, key matchup number two: Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed versus 49 secondary. Because last week Arizona showed the blueprint in week one by neutralizing the Saints' vertical threats in Olave and Shaheed. Now, the 49ers will try to repeat that same strategy with their cornerbacks. So if Olave and Shaheed are bottled up, again, the Saints passing attack risks being reduced to underneath throws like they did last week. And how effectively Riley connects with those two talents will determine if the Saints can stretch San Francisco's defense. It's just that simple, you know. Key matchup number three is the Saints offensive line versus the 49ers pass rush. Protecting Spencer Rattler is priority number one. Protecting Spencer Rattler is priority number one. San Francisco's front seven, even without its full complement of stars, can generate some pressure with Nick Bosa in the deep rotation. So New Orleans' offensive line with Kelvin Banks Jr. Stepping into a big role. Eric McCoy anchoring at center must give Rattler time to operate. Because if protection breaks down, this guy will struggle and struggle to move the ball against a really aggressive defense. Because they will get after him if they can collapse that pocket. But Rattler is a runner. He can get out there and scramble. You know? So we just gotta wait and see how it's all gonna play out. In regards to the prediction of this matchup, even with the losses, even with San Francisco's injury bug right now, they are still the favorites to win this matchup. I think the last time I checked the lines, it had moved from 7.5 to now 3.5. My 49ers minus 3.5. They're expecting a close game. But I think Saints playing at home, it feels like a must-win game, a desperate win could go a long way. I feel like being at home, lessons learned from last week. I think the Saints will win this matchup and improve to 1-1 on the season. So I have the Saints win this game by 3 points by a score of 17-14 to upset the San Francisco 49ers. That's how I see it playing out. Niners are just too banged up to really hurt the Saints team. And the Saints are not bad as people thought they were going to be. And that's something to take into consideration. The roster is not a completely void of talent. There are playmakers on this team. It's not what it once was under Peyton or even Dennis Allen, but there's still talent on this team. So I'm taking the Saints as the favorites to upset the 49ers this Sunday by 3 by a score of 17-14. So that's all I have for y'all for right now. Like, comment, subscribe. You listen to this channel, this video on YouTube, podcast, do the same. Like, review, share, comment. Let me know your thoughts. Have a blessed day. Peace. I'm out.